So if you had one piece of advice for somebody that was going to start up I mean, really any kind of business, what would be a good nugget that somebody could take away?
Yeah, that's a great question. If I have to just narrow it down to one, I mean, I think the biggest thing is you can never do too much planning, right? But
Hmm.
you can't allow planning to prevent you from getting started, right? So be planning, be thinking, but you ultimately have to get started. Get people around you to that are, again, we already said this, but people that are smarter than you that can add, whether they're a part of your company or just advisory, right?
Hmm.
Somebody that you can just pick their brain. I think that that's really critically important. And I would also, the last thing would just say that as much as planning that you can do, know that there's going to be changes, right?
Hmm.
You're going to have to make pivots. You're going to have to make, and a lot of times I've always been against that word. I hate the word pivot, but I always feel like it has a negative connotation. But a pivot doesn't have to be a 180-degree turn, right? It can be, 20 degrees where you're just like shifting a little bit of your focus to be able to say, okay, this path is not working exactly right. So now we're just going to focus this way and move in this direction a little bit. But just being able to be flexible and open minded allows you to not die on the road.
Yeah, there's so much there. By the way, when I hear pivot, I think of pivot, where Ross is
Friends, yep.
friends are trying to get the couch up the stairs. So I think number one, having a trusted advisor is so cool. And so there's a plug for me for what I do, because a lot of coaching honestly is pulling out of somebody stuff they already know, blinding flashes of the obvious, but having some perspective and being up in the press box versus being out in the field can really make a big difference. So there's that. The second thing I wanted to capture was it seems like I have this common theme when I talk to folks, and that is make a decision, get the product into the customer's hands, and then iterate the product as the customer wants it. Because what we think the customer wants isn't always what the customer wants. So why build the perfect mousetrap and then you put it out in the field and then it's not what the customer wanted at all?